Greetings everyone, I am Prime Studios and welcome back to another live stream. Hope you all are doing well. And I see there's quite a few people in the chat, or it's just the same few people just talking. But anyways, let's see, Giga Prime, hello, the new face right there. Lucas, hello, how's it going, man? Elite Max, hello. John Woodhouse, what's going on? All right. So, um, yeah. So it's that time again. We had a one of those previews uploaded yesterday, and so we're doing another we're doing another one of those live talkbacks. Talk about the behind the scenes stuff, thought processes, answer some questions, all that good stuff. Um, I see you guys are laughing. If you don't know, uh, yeah, if you don't know the context behind this image right here, uh, well, yeah. Not bad yourself. Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good. Um, but yeah, without further ado, I think it's time we get on with the preview. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Get the special the special stream screen. That just tried saying that 5 times fast. Special stream screen. All right. Let's turn this up to the highest it can go. And let me pull up the stream on my phone. So then I can keep up with the chat. Giga Prime, great, yeah. Alright, okay. So, again, I think I mentioned this in the last stream. This loading screen is very outdated. Everyone's gonna have a new loading screen. Um, so, uh, yeah, let's get this started. Oh, well, first off, I should probably turn on the desktop audio. Just, uh, just so then you guys can hear. Not sure why it took me. Oh shit! I muted YouTube, so I can't even hear it. That emoji is pretty much now our meme. Yeah, it pretty much is. All right, let's see. All right, let's get on with the show.
Mayday! Mayday! This is AF-4500. We've been hit by an unidentified bogey and are going down.
Alright, so as you guys will see, the cutscene cut off there. That's because, as we all know, the continuation of that cutscene, it's Starscream telling Blackout to go to the military base, which, as we'll see, Yeah, you'll see why I didn't. Afghanistan. No, this is Qatar. I got a question regarding the Autobot campaign. Can you revert Bumblebee back to his 1977 Camaro mode after you unlock the concept Camaro mode? No. No. If you mean like through the character select, no. Um, all right, let's continue. So yeah, as you can see, um, new what's it called? This is a new start position for when you start the level. This is when Blackout is approaching the U.S. military base. I don't know. As far as I know, the level is labeled as Qatar. Say the heli. Oh yeah, that's right. Um, yeah, he did get shot down. The helicopter got shot down in Afghanistan. Um, technically, this is all on one map, so this would be Afghanistan and Qatar and like one other place from as you'll see. The chopper was referenced being shot down in Afghanistan, so apparently the U.S. military had clerical error or Blackout flew to. That makes more sense. Blackout flying to Qatar after uh, the landing. For this timeline, we can assume the Blackout shot it down when crashed in Qatar. Yeah, pretty much. You know, if I was able to switch maps on the fly, you know, in the coding, then it would be two separate maps. Unfortunately, you can't do that. It's all on it's all on one map. Uh, I can hear cars. Where can you hear cars? I don't know. You might hear the air conditioning, but there's no cars.
Blackout here. Planetfall was clean. No witnesses. Local camouflage enabled.
Up for you guys just a bit.
Make for the rendezvous point. The sooner we can get Megatron and the Allspark, the better.
Yeah, so Blackout has made Planetfall, and as you can see, I'm spinning around showing you guys the new sky. The all the maps have a new sky. Um, this one I really like how this one came out. It's, main cutscene does not make too much sense. We'll pretend that you start at the edge of Afghanistan or something, and there's that car road. Oh yeah, you start really far away from the. Yeah, you do. The voices were a bit quiet in the first mission and the second mission too. All right. Here's the thing about the voices. Um, so what happened with the voices is I recorded the voices from Transformers Beginnings, and I used OBS. What happened was, um, when I put the what's it called? Um, when I put them in game, I didn't realize they were that quiet until I went back to OBS and saw the desktop audio. So that's why they sound very quiet. That will be fixed in final release. Qatar is probably only a few hour flight from Afghanistan. I don't know the distance. Well, we can pretend that Blackout was not that far from Afghanistan. One of the scores for a level is from Bionicle Heroes. Yes, we will get to that. We will get to about 7 minutes or so. Just... So yeah, the level name for this is taken from the DS. This is hazing. The second mission in the DS for the Decepticons level. Hazing. Um, we can still hear it anyway. Yeah. The Bionicle score was a nice touch. Thank you. Especially after what I got told with Inside Hoover Dam, with me just using the same tracks over and over and over again. Um, I didn't want to do that again. So I found some tracks from Bionicle Heroes, and they fit pretty well, and so I added them in.
Technology for a human.
Yes, but evidence of intelligent life nonetheless. We'll need to proceed with caution.
Show them what it means to cross the Decepticons.
Alright, so here's where I have to take some liberties. So as you can see, you are fighting... you're fighting just regular Brawl drones. They do not transform. They do use the drone default A, the Autobot default drone. But they do not transform, and the reason for that is, there's no Autobots at this point, right? Um, Bumble in terms of story, we'll get to it. But I'll briefly mention it here. Bumblebee doesn't show up until the ending of Chapter 2 in this level. So I had to take some liberties because there's supposed to be no other Autobots on Earth. Makes sense, like other tanks. Yeah, no Autobots yet. Yeah, there's supposed to be no Autobots in this level. I might pull what Elite Max did and add Autobot drones after you finish all 4 chapters and then you go back to replay them. I might add Autobot drones to the hub world. But I'm not too sure. Sector 7. I think Sector 7 gets mentioned, in Chapter 2. If you know about Panic at the Disco, what TF movie would their music suit more? I do not know their music. Michael Casey, hello, good to have you here. Pay F to pay respect. Oh, we'll get to that in like a few minutes. Trust me, we'll get. Oh yeah, I should mention too. I removed the block. This is the first level that I removed the block in. I'm just gonna turn it down for me. Yeah, the tanks can go flying. Shit, did I spoil that? I don't think so. Because if everyone's seen it, then it's not really a spoiler. It's fine. I'm pretty sure everyone saw the extra. Yeah.
Is this all the resistance that these feeble creatures can offer? Nothing
So weak was meant to
I thought I'd let you know I am confirming this chat that OG versus Shattered Glass will have 2 sequels. Um, the mod or the your own story that you're doing. It, is it because I'm eventually gonna do that. But is it? Uh, I'm pretty sure you're doing. Yeah, you're doing your own. I'm pretty sure. Jeffrey will be the main villain for movie 2, and then movie 3 will have Shagger S Prime, OG Shockwave, and Terraconn Ironhide. Ooh. Yeah, sir, you're doing that's right. I was like, wait a second. See, I had to think about that for a second because I know we were in talks about a mod for that. I'm saying like, wait a second. Is he talking about the mod or is he talking about his own story? And I was like, no, no, no. He's doing his own story. Also, yeah. Um, we have Frenzy in here. Here's something that people were confused by, is as you'll see in a minute or a few seconds actually. Um, you know, Wreckage is in this, but people thought I had some people sitting there saying like, oh, is that supposed to be an Autobot, or no, who's that supposed to be? I'm sitting there. I'm like, if you read what Frenzy said a few seconds before, you'll see it as you get Frenzy. Wreckage has arrived on this planet and begun taking out the humans at this location to regroup with him. So, yeah, I'm not sure what exactly was the confusion there. But there was, but it is right here. Wreckage has landed. Who is that red bro? Yeah, it was like, oh, is that Brawl supposed to be an Autobot or something? I'm like, no, no, no. Read what Frenzy said, and you'll get the answer.
You fool! It's an ambush! You're on your own, Decepticon.
And that's probably the best look we're gonna get in this video of Wreckage. Um, he's pretty toy accurate. Um, he has his red arms, his red thighs, the white chest, the head. He has the camo. He has the camo. I don't have a screenshot of him, but I should probably take a screenshot of him. I'm sure I'm gonna get questions about Wreckage, so I'll leave the pause for like a minute. Have you guys get a good look at Wreckage if you can. There he is. Right, bro. No, it's not Warpath. I see you like to use Brawl's model a lot in Rematch. It's only for 2 characters. It's only for 2. It's only for Wreckage and the Tankor drones. You know? Um, this one was, Wreckage was my own idea. The Tankor drones was an idea from TF Hunt Productions. Um, I see you like to use. Oh wait, no, I just answered that. See you one in the description or just military tanks. Yeah, I'm seeing the image right now of Wreckage. Yeah. Um, I based it more off the toy than the comic. Oh. Oh. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah. It's just for the Tankor drones and Wreckage. I'm using Brawl. Yeah. Yeah. Um. I will try to do the sequels as soon as possible, but if any delays in OG versus Shattered Glass 2, Rise of Disguise 2025, and then the third one, Cybertron Reborn 2027. Lol, the recolor Brawl had so much potential. That looks like a good Shattered Glass Brawl, to be honest. Um, I suppose. I suppose it could work as a Shattered Glass Brawl. I don't know. Um, and here's something, Michael Casey. I know you were asking yesterday about wreckage. I don't know if you want to ask the question here in the chat. But this it was a question you had asked yesterday about wreckage. Yeah, are you invisible on this? I don't even think he's on Discord right now. He was on I want to say an hour or two ago, but yeah, he's just offline. I think. Um, but yeah, um, I'll just get straight to the point. Michael Casey yesterday in the Discord server had asked if Wreckage was gonna show up today. Like at any other point in the in this universe I'm creating. Um, Here's what I have to say about that, and it's gonna sound very cryptic. Wreckage does not have an alt mode. That's all I'm gonna say. He does not have an alt mode. It sounds like a weird answer to give, asking, but that's all I can really say. Are we gonna see any more special characters in Barricade Tranquility? Um, does Evil Bumblebee count? Does he count at all? Does Evil Bumblebee count as a special character? If he does, then yes. If he doesn't, then no. I assume the Revenge of the Fallen game models are incompatible with Transformers game because the Heavy Combaticon from Revenge of the Fallen looks a lot like the Wreckage toy. That's because it is based off of the Wreckage toy. Kind of. They shared the same alt mode, except the Heavy Combaticon has those two shoulder missiles on the vehicle mode, while Wreckage doesn't have those. There's actually a concept out there. Because Luxoflux, who's the people who made Revenge of the Fallen, actually, let me try and pull that up real quick. I know exactly where to find it, too. We need to go maybe September, August. Stunticons, aerial bots, seekers, protective bots. Is it the warrior class? Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure there is a thing. It was like because they wanted to keep well what's it called? Luxoflux wanted to keep this design, but Hasbro wanted to have Wreckage just with two shoulder missiles on it. Obviously we got this model, but I do remember there being a concept out there of wreckage with those two missile pods on his shoulders. I sent an image. I wonder if that's the image I'm talking about. Oh wait, no, that's just Swindle. um. It's on TF Wiki Combaticon Warrior page at the bottom of the page as a link. Yeah, I'll do that later, but I do know there is a concept of the wreckage model being used with two shoulder missiles. Yeah, to answer the question if they're compatible, they through mesh importing, yes, but that would take a very long time, or it would be a lengthy process. Um, but yeah. Um, for those of you who are wondering if Wreckage is gonna come back or not, he does not have an alt mode. That's all I'm gonna say. And there he dies. you got you got yourself a good look at the back of Wreckage too. And justice for Wreckage. And then the tanks show up. Well, no, they actually, I'm sorry, they were always there. I just wanted to show up. I'm seeing people talk about Wreckage. As I said, he does. For the, you guys still talk about Wreckage. He does not have an alt mode. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. He does not have an alt mode. He does not have a vehicle mode.
Blackout, smash them open and take what we came for.
Yeah. So this is just a repeat of the what's it called? Where you have to search um the you have to destroy the buildings and then find the terminals and stuff. That's just this. Is that Barricade shooting dead Wreckage? Yeah, Yeah, that was Barricade shooting dead Wreckage. Starscream was also shooting him. I don't know why they do not target the tanks. But friend characters don't work too well. Clearly. Would it make more sense for Bone Crusher to be here instead of Barricade, since it makes more sense for Bone Crusher to find his alt mode in Tar than Barricade? And to that, I have a counter. I'm gonna pull up another thing. We are going. Let's see how long this takes to load. Where is it? There's a reason why it's Starscream, Blackout, and Barricade. Because as you can see in the movie prequel comic, they all make landfall at the same time, and I think it's they're teaming up together here. You got Barricade driving by, and then Blackout shows up, and then Starscream protecting Blackout. Um, where is the previous page thing? Oh, previous. Here we go. You've gone incognito. Yeah, just cause I'm able to. But yeah, the reason why it's Blackout, Barricade, and Starscream is because of these comics. As you can see here, it's only Starscream, Blackout, and Barricade in the corner. So that's why Bone Crusher isn't here. And we'll get to that in the next chapter, because there is a cut line that I'm gonna re-add. Anyways, let's get back to the video. But yeah, this is basically just the level where you're searching for the terminals. So I'm just gonna speed this up a little bit. Actually, no. Let's send it back down. Makes sense. I didn't read the prequel comic. Yeah, not a lot of people have read the movie comics. Which, they're actually pretty good. All things considered. Explains it with the dialogue. Yeah, it does. Don't you think that will crash the game for others? What will crash? Oh, this? I don't know. Cause I haven't sent this out to anyone yet for playtesting. It might. So, if that's the case, I'll just add a part that skips by it. You know, that removes this part. But, yeah. Qatar is buggy. On my first playthrough, I crashed 2 times at the second mission. I'm guessing you were playing the 2.0 mod? Depends on the performance of the PC. No, it just depends on how lucky you are, really. Just depends on if the game wants to be your friend or not. Yeah, you can see, you know, there is no block here, so I'm taking so much damage. And why I'm not blocking the shots is because there is no block. I removed it. You know, the poll state you guys voted. The poll said, hey, you know, we want the block removed. So it's, you know, I removed the block. Searching only one terminal left. Yeah, pretty much. There is only one terminal left. two more things about my trilogy that I'm done. One, the final battle of two will be in India, and three, we'll switch to cities from Dark to Moon around. And two, Dead End comes with a dark Easter egg. Interesting. Is there anything enhanced with Blackout? He's using the CGI accurate blackout textures from Total Blackout. Um, so yes, they are not my textures though. Transformers the game has never been my friend. I can tell you that. Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain sometimes, especially with Kotar. I was wondering why you weren't using the block when I watched this video earlier. Block attack was very useful for one-shot terminals. Um, yeah, I removed it not because of the block counters, not because of the attack after you blocked, rather because the block was just that overpowered. So I removed it, and plus I put up a poll. Actually, it's been a while since I checked the polls. Um, yeah, it's 65%. You know, there were 43 people who voted, and 65% of those 43 people said to remove the block. So that's what I ended up doing. Pretty sure the restored combo extenders. Yeah, it is on combo. And guess what? If you were upset that you can't one shot the buildings, guess what? The long combos one shot the buildings. They pretty much act like the like that 2 OP to be fair. No, because they were like that in 2.0 as well, and I don't see people complaining about that in 2.0. You want to know what makes it overpowered? Is because each of his rotors on his back each have a separate damage thing. So combining it all into one, it's like 6 or 7 different damage uh, volumes attacking one object. I agree that most of the characters in the game could stand to be nerfed, although I think Megatron needs a serious buff. In his ranged weapons, yes. That's actually something I need to work on. Is the ranged weapons. Like there's a few that's done, but I need to work on the rest of them. The problem is I don't know what to do with the rest of them, like Prime, or you know, Jazz. Uh, Starscream, I think I'll keep the same. I'll just lower his firing rate. Um, you know, Brawl, Barricade, Bone Crusher. You know, I don't know what to do for those uh, characters. Actually, I'll just list off every character I need to do for weapons. I need to figure out what I want to do with Prime, Jazz, Barricade, Bone Crusher, Brawl, Shockwave. Um, Barricade, Bone Crusher, Brawl, Shockwave. I think there's one that I miss. Oh, Ratchet. Um, didn't you mention in your server? You couldn't throw as well. You could still throw poles and stuff. You cannot pick up characters though because they will not. They will immediately get back up. Right, so they won't go into that animation. Into that. So then they can be picked up. They will just immediately fly back, land on their feet, and begin attacking you again. So that actually makes things a bit more balanced, and kind of like the Revenge of the Fallen combat, if you know what I'm talking about. Um, because you couldn't pick up enemies in Revenge of the Fallen. You would, if you sent them flying, they would immediately, they would land on their feet and begin attacking you again. That's kind of what's happening here. Ooh, speaking Dreadwing. Uh, I don't know if did Dreadwing show up? I think he shows up. I don't remember programming Dreadwing in this. Alright, let's continue. So if you've read the movie prequel comics, this chapter is going to be very familiar to you guys. Also, because I want to see if I'm able to. Yeah, Frenzy just says regroup with Blackout. Um, but then it cuts to that. And here we go. Now we got the Bionicle music. I was joking about the can't throw enemies part. Yeah. I was. Melee was a joke unless you wanted to abuse the stun into charged melee. Ooh, yeah. Well, melee was the only way you could damage anyone, because originally you would shoot people, and they would immediately block it. Yeah. What is that barricade animation? That's just his vehicle to robot mode transformation. Um, Reversed. Can I just be honest right here? This music, this music is it's amazing. All Bionicle music is great. The soundtrack for Bionicle, no matter what year you're talking about in Bionicle, for Generation 1, which is 2000 to 2010, it was amazing. From the games to the movies to pretty much everything, even the commercials, the music was amazing. I love this music so much. Would you guys like to see Bionicle on the channel? That's crazy. It fits very well. So the music suits this level. Yeah, it does. I'm partying with music like a madman. This music suits this level. Yeah, it does. Dude, come on. Serious question. Serious question right now. I'm gonna pause the video. Serious question. Would you guys, if I did Bionicle videos on this channel, would you guys watch it? Would you guys watch if I made Bionicle content? Or should I make a new channel and keep this like my main channel, and then I have a separate channel for Bionicle stuff? Because I'm a huge fan of Bionicle. Barricade 24 like this. I think everyone likes these new tracks. I guess, sure. I'm just asking, cause what happened was the first I tried doing Bionicle before on the channel, I think the videos are deleted now, but when I tried doing Bionicle before, that got like one or two views at the most. So and I'm like, yeah, this isn't doing anything for the channel. This is only gonna hurt the channel. Like I want to do Bionicle stuff. It's just like, do I keep it on this channel or should I make a brand new channel? Would that be better if I just made a new channel? Do you remember Hero Factory? Yes, I do remember Hero Factory. I actually watched Hero Factory recently, all the episodes. I enjoyed Hero Factory. I know people say it was like a Bionicle ripoff. Um, but it was actually pretty good. I've never really gotten to Bionicle, so it doesn't really matter to me either way. Um, if anything, I might just do it on a separate channel. Not because I don't want to upload it to this channel, but because I kind of already know that it won't do well on this channel. Um, so I'll just make a new channel for Bionicle content specifically, and yeah, that doesn't mean that they're not gonna cross over or anything. I would love to do a crossover between Transformers and Bionicle, whether that's between the games, whether it's between Transformers the game and Bionicle Heroes, which is a Bionicle game made by Traveler's Tales or TT Games, um, or if it's like a stop motion or whatever. I would love to do a crossover between Transformers and Bionicle. But Hero Factory is a modern version of Bionicle, basically. I've heard it referred to as that. I love Hero Factory. Yeah, Hero Factory is underrated. It's underrated. I think we should get back to the video now, though. I don't know how. It's been 12 minutes, and I've dragged this on for. I don't know. I was expecting this to be done in an hour. There's supposed to be a piece of text here, saying like, oh, meet up with. But I think that's what the frenzy line. That's supposed to be here, except the frenzy part wasn't supposed to be there. I so love the internet's Bionicle and Hero Factory customs anyway. Yeah, some of you, I've seen some pretty cool customs. So this music slaps. This is some pretty cool music. So why were the Decepticons detecting Allspark radiation in Qatar? That goes back to the movie prequel comic. So, actually, we will read the movie. We'll skip over the parts that are kind of boring. The parts that we do not care about. If, um, they meant it was basically that they no. Um, it all has to do with the movie prequel comic. As I said before this chapter started, if you've read the movie prequel comics, you will understand what's going on. So, obviously, Starscream, Blackout, and Barricade, they make Planetfall. Um, as you see here, Starscream scans his jet, and then you got Blackout in his alt mode, and then you got Barricade in his alt mode. And then it's like, all right, starts to, all right, lock onto my position. Here we go. Um, this is in a bunker, which is what this base right here is what the base Barricade and Blackout were destroying. Um, but it this is basically the explanation. So an isotope derived from the subatomic matter of the cube. So of the Allspark. So they plant that in the bunker, right? And then Bumblebee locks onto it. But Bumblebee is not in this level. So Barricade shows up, and then Blackout shows up, and this is still at the place where they the isotope from the cube. Yeah. So what's it called? So this is it's like a small energy cube that has the same energy signature as the Allspark. And they planted it in the middle of a bunker, or in Qatar's case, an airbase. And the Decepticons arrive, and then they realize, Blackout saying, yeah, Starscream, whatever is down there, it's not the Allspark, this is a setup. And then Blackout says here, I could do this all day, but it occurs to me. If these beings knew enough to simulate the Allspark's resonant energy signatures, which is basically what they are detecting. They are detecting the Allspark's energy signature, but it's not the Allspark. It's likely they know where the actual Allspark is. So, that hopefully that explains. Hopefully that explains it. It says New Mexico. I know it says New Mexico. Unfortunately, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I can't be swapping out maps or importing new maps. That's not possible. So we're just gonna keep it in Qatar. Will the sky in Qatar be the same in the vanilla game, or will it be different? I mean, you're seeing you're seeing the sky right now. It is different from the vanilla game. The original game was like a purple sky for some reason. This is a more realistic sky. Here you have a good look at Starscream's jet mode. He doesn't transform. Well, you can transform if you want to. I did not transform. You can see my awful flying skills. Where I cannot lock on this shit. And I like it. Wait, what do you like? The The sky? I'm guessing you're talking about the sky or Starscream. It is different. Yes, it is different. I yeah. Should be coming up on like the last few jets. Diagnosis, your counselor says it's a skill issue. No, no, when you're playing on a keypad and not a mouse, you know, because most people would play this game with a keyboard and mouse. I'm playing this with a keyboard and a keypad, and the keypad on my computer fucking sucks. So no, it's not a skill issue. It's because I don't have a mouse to play this game. I'm sure if I had a mouse, I would be doing better. And yeah, this is basically voice lines galore. And we'll get to I'll get to that cut line. So but in this voice line, I want to say it was this voice line here, or if not, there was supposed to be another voice line where friends just says like oh, you know, Bone Crusher and Brawl um have landed in another part of you know, they landed at the airbase. Well, starts Frenzy Wednesday is like, oh, you know, Bone Crusher and Brawl have landed far away. You know, they landed um you know, they landed in a different location, and you know, Starscream, you're the one that can get to them quickest, or something along those lines. And so that would explain why Starscream is at the airbase, is because he's meeting up with Brawl and Bone Crusher. So I know someone, I forget who, but someone had asked, oh, you know, why isn't Brawl and Bone Crusher here? That is why. It's because they have landed in a different location, which is the airbase. And Starscream, you know, French is like, hey, you know, you can probably get to them fastest, while Barricade tracks down this Autobot, and Blackout, you know, scanning for data at the military base. You know, you know, you're the one that can get there the fastest, and so that's why you see Starscream at the airbase. So, you know, I'm thinking these things out. I am. You know, I'm not just throwing random stuff in there and calling it a story. You know, I'm making sure everything fits together nicely. But yeah, there was a cut frenzy line from this. Yeah, I think it was actually after this. Frenzy would say his line, and then Starscream would say another line. He was like, I forget what the lines were, but I think I might add it back for the final release. Yeah, as you can see, there's like that pause there before you complete it. That's where those two lines were supposed to be, and I cut them out. But I'll add them back in for the final release. It takes balls of steel to play this with a keypad. Yes, it does. And I have balls of steel then.
Time to present yourself to the humans' military base, Blackout. Show them a proper Decepticon welcome.
Alright, so this chapter is finally, where you head to the military base and where the first movie actually starts.
Incoming aircraft, you have entered controlled airspace. Identify yourself immediately or we will open fire.
This is pretty much the 2.0 level. Well, the first chapter from 2.0 on the Decepticon side. There are some noticeable differences.
Their base and its defenses before they can call in
Uh,
reinforcements.
for one,
Eliminate any who oppose you.
yeah. So for one, as you can see, there is no destruction on the side anywhere. Um, that comes last. So, you have to take out the tanks first. Woo! Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Um, so you have to destroy the tanks. You can't just easily, get through this chapter and by destroying the base. You have to take out the defenses and then, do each objective.
Crush their defenses.
Fall before me, insects.
See, then you take out like the main the large group of tanks, and then here's where we'll get into another noticeable difference from the 2.0 mod.
This human race is
Helicopters instead of jets. So here's the story behind the helicopters. Yes, they're actually I'll pull up a document because there is I do have a document. So I have a document containing each and every single spline for every single level, right? So if we come down to Qatar, as here's the first Decepticon level. As you can see, there's a bunch of unused stuff. You got these create stuff. You got path, satellite guns. You got a bunch of stuff. And as you can see here, you have patrols. These were used for the F-22 jets in the 2.0 mod. However, I had already used F-22 jets in the previous chapter when you're playing a Starscream. However, what Digital did not add were these helicopter paths. And guess what? There isn't just two. There's 17 of them. That's right. There are 17 helicopter patrols for the original chapter 1, which is this here. This chapter here. 17 helicopter patrols. Yes, I know these are DC1, but these could still be counted as D1 chapter 1. So yeah, there are 17 different helicopter paths. Why 17 holy, yeah, 17. And as you can see, you got D1, C1, Heli 1, 2, and then Heli 2 here. And then you come back here, you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 17. Again, I know these say DC1 and not D1C1, but it could be. I think it's pretty obvious that these were meant for chapter 1, especially for the C1 there. Also, here's another interesting thing. So those tanks the ones that show up in the circle around you.
It's defensive.
These when you first start out the chapter, these tanks right here, the ones that are surrounding you, not the ones that come in after you destroy these ones specifically right here. If you look here, these are their this is the data that they spawn in. And here's something interesting. They're labeled as A1C1, which for those of you who don't know how this game works, A1 is if it starts with like a A, then it's for the Autobots. If it starts with a D, it's for the Decepticons. So the fact that it's starting off with A1C1 and not D1C1, that's quite interesting. And these are the tank stuff. A1C1, A1C1. They're not D1C1, which they should be. They are A1C1. So it goes to show you the development of this game. But yeah, that just something I wanted to point out. You got 17 different helicopter paths along with the tank spline data being apparently for demo tranquility. Devs did a typo. Maybe. Maybe.
This human race is destined for
So yeah, so you basically take out 17 waves of helicopters. And the thing is, not all of them surround the base, and you'll see that in a few seconds. Did the developers originally plan to use those tanks in Autobot levels? No, because this is the Decepticon level. So it wouldn't make sense. I mean, it could be possible, but why where would that fit in? Honestly, I have two theories on why they're called A1C1. The first theory is it's just a typo. The second theory is that since the game was originally supposed to be one long campaign and not two separate campaigns, maybe maybe when they did those tanks, they it was when it was still one singular campaign and not two separate campaigns for each side. I mean, the wanted level for Autobots involved tanks. Yeah, but they don't use spline data. Those use the patrol data, which is different. So, yeah, there are tanks in like Tranquility and stuff, but it's not the same. It's not the same data. It's not. It's completely separate, even though they use the same models. So yeah, those are my two theories. Either one, it's just a typo, or two, it was those splines were made when when the game was just one long campaign, and not two separate campaigns. Yeah, I can tell you that, guys, this right now, playing this game on a mouse pad like I'm doing in this video, especially for flying, is a pain in the ass. Um, yeah, more, because not all of the helicopters are patrolling this airbase. Some of them are even just patrolling the entire map. Some more reinforcements are approaching from outside the base. So that means like, hey, don't be looking inside the compounds of the base. Go explore outside the base, and because that's where they'll be. That's basically what I'm trying to point you at with this one. Yeah, and then now I go hunting. Um, oh yeah, I should mention. I did a mix of ospreys, which is what I'm shooting at right now, and the helicopters. Hey, what happened to the sonic blast weapon? That's on. That won't work because you have to, the enemies have to be like up close, and well, you can't exactly do that when you're in the middle of the air. Is it possible to use vehicle mode models among traffic and patrol vehicles? Can you explain that question for? I think I know what you're talking about. Like, can you use? Are you asking if you can use like the character models, like the character vehicle modes as for like traffic and patrols, or are you talking, or is it the other way around? Uh, I think what your question is: can you use the vehicle modes of the characters and use them as a part of traffic and stuff? Um, I think that's the question you're asking. If that is the question you are asking, yes and no. Um, one of my fellow modders, a shocking wave, put together a thing for all of the driver types, and there are character driver types. I will put that on the screen right now. So you have all these guys. You got taxi, ambulance, van. So these are all uh, these are all the pedestrian vehicles and stuff that you can find around the map and pick up. And then you have the character types. So yes, you can. I am curious to see if those will work though, because I have not gone in and touched the any of the pedestrian stuff. I can actually, I'll take a look for you right now, John. I'll take a look. I'll use demo tranquility just because I can. If they share the same like names and stuff, I'll be able to. Yeah, actually, yes, you can, John. Yes, you can. Um, I'll pull it up here. So this is the traffic .cfg. There's also traffic ng. This is for uh, high res, I believe. But as you can see here, you got D drive type underscore van. That's right here. So yes, you can. Um, You can use the vehicle modes of the characters in traffic. I don't know if you have to have them in creatures.cfg, which is this file right here in the levels. And this will basically has all your loaded, every character and creature. It's like, if I tried to load Megatron, he's Megatron. Well, actually, he is. But if I took him out and then tried to load Megatron into the level, it wouldn't work. So I do not know if you need them put into this file too, but yes, you can. What about the unused buses in the Broken City? I think those are specifically for the Broken City. Thank you. Yay, no problem, man. John, I didn't even know if you could do that or not. I had a feeling you could, but as like normal traffic and stuff, like vehicles that you pick up, but I wasn't sure if it would work or not. So yeah. So no bus payload. No, that's not how it works. Michael Casey, that's not how it works. No, you would have to get a mesh import for if you wanted a bus payload. Because for you to use it, you need a different model. You would mesh import the model into the vehicle model itself, not the map model. No loader? No. Poor loader from Dark Moon. Yeah, I'm only sticking to like 07 characters for this map. So with mesh importing, it's possible to use a traffic vehicle with a transformer. If you can find the model, yes. But you would have to like find a way to extract the map models, and then you would import it in to the character model. Well, in one of the cutscenes of D2C3, we see Golden Jazz. Yes, you do. You do. You see a few recolors of the character vehicles. Like there's a purple barricade somewhere. Um, like an orange bumblebee. So, yeah. You see a few repaints here and there. The heck is Golden Jazz? It's not technically Golden Jazz, it's just Jazz's vehicle mode, but it's gold. Or yellow. And not his silver or white um, vehicle mode. As I said, there's also yeah, the Pontiac it's a yellow Pontiac Solstice. So now you've taken care of all the helicopters. You know, you go to the command center. Just like in 2.0, you blow it up. And then you get a cutscene from the movie. Yay! I know people are gonna hate me for that because movie cutscenes. Did a Bumblebee Camaro or Bumblebee? No, not a red Bumblebee Camaro. I believe there's an orange one though. I want to say there's an orange one. I think there's also a purple Ironhide too. But yeah, here's something different from the 2.0 mod. You have to destroy the cargo planes. It's like, all right. He destroys them in the film, and there I have the data for it. So why not use it and have you blow up the cargo planes? Which I think it adds a nice touch to it.
No structure standing, Blackout.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make it so that you have to destroy all of them. So, yeah. Oh yeah, you have a trigger. The green particle ring. And guess who gets deployed? Scorponok. So now you just finish destroying the base. And yeah. But hey, there's a bomb cutscene at the end of Kotar's. So you did technically blow up the cargo planes. Yeah, but I wanted you to actually blow up the cargo planes. And have it be an objective. And luckily the data is there for you to do that. The data, I'm not gonna pull up the, I'm not gonna use, I'm not gonna pull up the file again. But there is data for those cargo planes. There's two actually. You have exploding wings. Those are indestructible. And then you have exploding planes, and that's what I'm using to blow up the cargo planes. If the Incredibles game could get away with movie cutscenes, so can you. Yeah, yes I can. Where did Scorponok go? You'll find out in a minute. Oh yeah, I have to cause like a little bit more destruction. Cause you get touch like not even a fourth of the base.
They never knew what hit them.
In the original game, so I added a lot more destruction that you had to do. And Michael Casey, to answer your question about Scorponok, here he is. If you've seen the movie, you know where he goes. Also, I should mention, so if you, there is kind of a 2.0 thing with Chapter 3, so if you do not go into that trigger, you would actually be playing this as Blackout right now. And so instead of getting the movie cutscene with Blackout deploying Scorponok at the military, once you would enter the fourth beacon, or the the chapter 4 beacon, which I'm heading to right now, you would get a cutscene instead of you immediately starting because you haven't deployed Scorponok yet. Uh, are you taking that route as well? What do you mean that route? Um, can you be more specific as to the route I'm taking? Uh, Scorponok and Blackout route, like in 2.0. Kind of. Actually, pretty much, yeah. Um, if you basically what happens if you deploy Scorponok at the military base, you just play as him in the hub. Um, and you don't get a cutscene at the start of the chapter if you do not enter the trigger. So if you do not touch it, um, you just leave the green particle ring alone. You will be playing as Blackout in the hub, and then you will enter here. And so instead of it cutting to the mission screen, there will be a cutscene of Blackout deploying Scorponok. A little Scorponok, yeah. Also, I'm gonna say this right now. I can see a lot of people getting frustrated with this chapter specifically. It is a pain in the ass. It was even a pain in the ass for me, and you'll see why.
To transmit a distress signal using mobile communication vehicles. Hunt them down. Hunt them down and destroy them all.
So yeah, you have four of the communication vehicles, right? If you look at the drone counter, the counter right here, there's 13 you have to destroy. And you're probably sitting there, oh, what do you mean 13? There's only supposed to be five. And there's four right now. What do you mean 13? You will see why. Wait, there's a drone counter? Yeah, right here. If you look next to the health bar, it says 0 out of 13. Probably sitting there asking, like, where's the fifth one? Why is there only four? Why is why is the game saying you have to destroy 13 satellite tanks? You'll see why. You will see why indeed. Scorponok has a nice melee combat. Yeah, it's a shame it doesn't really do much. Alright, so yeah, you destroy.
Cannot be allowed to send the transmission. Eliminate them, Scorponok.
In case you guys are wondering, there is. If you guys have looked in the code, Elite Max, I know you have. The hunt submission, the paths that the drones take is like Route 3A, Route 3B, Route C, 3C, Route 3D, right? Elite Max, you know what I'm talking about. Well, guess what? Qatar has those. I'll pull it up. Okay, this is the spline I'm using for the cargo planes. But yeah, so you know, the hunt submissions use, like a Route 3A, Route 3B, Route 3C, Route 3D. If we take this is still Qatar, right? We're still under Qatar. If we go down, not only do you have Route 3A, A, B, C, and D, you also have Route 3E, 3F, 3G, and 3H. So if you combine these 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, 3E, 3F, 3G, and 3H, that's 8. Add that on to the original satellites, which is A, B, C, D, E, which are these right here. These are the original satellite tanks. Combine these 8, I think, you guys can do math pretty easily. 8 plus 5 is 13. So, that's where you get 13th from. And, yeah. And here's where the chapter gets difficult, is because you have 4 drones taking off in totally different directions, and unlike the original satellite tanks, these tanks do not stop when using the hunt route splines. So it makes it very difficult to hunt these guys down. And then sometimes what happens is their paths are inside one of the military bases, so you can't be tunneling under the military base. So it makes it very hard because you're just sitting there, tapping away or walking away on the military base. So makes it very difficult, and at the same time you're getting shot at, and makes for very difficult experience. So yeah. These 4 are kind of easy. The next 4 are the ones that are a pain in the ass. Or I should say 5, because there's 3 waves. You have first wave 4, second wave 4, third wave 5. So yeah. This is the part that gets really frustrating. Yeah, and here's that fifth satellite tank that wasn't there in the first wave. Well, it's back there, really. You know, it's back at the town, but it's still used. It's in the last wave, though, instead of the first. Surprise. Those are extremely fast, especially for tanks with a satellite. Yeah, unfortunately, you cannot control the speed with those. With these tanks. I don't know why, but you just can't. Okay, here's what I was talking about, where the paths are sometimes in the military bases, so you have to fucking just walk. You know, you can't move fast in tunnel. You physically have to walk on the military base. Luckily, I have plenty of time though, so. Here comes the rage quits guaranteed from remeasurement players playing this mission. Either that or they're gonna switch to someone else. Like they're gonna go into the the files and switch who you play as. I can see a lot of people getting pissed off at this chapter specifically though. And remember when I said, like, you had tanks going in different directions and they wouldn't stop at one given location? This was what I was talking about.
Don't let them escape. If they reach their transmission point, it will be your spark,
And
parasite.
then, here's something I wanted to do. And recreate from the movie. Right, obviously, Alright, so you had to, where you had... Yeah. You head to the town. And guess what you do? You destroy the entire town. Something I wanted to do to kind of, you know, because it was here, but you don't exactly do anything in the original game. I was like, well, there's a fight here with Swarpanok in the movie, so what can you try and do with that? Well, you can just have him destroy the entire town. Oh yeah, I will mention there is an Easter egg in here. In this exact part, there is an Easter egg.
Triggered a distress signal from the complex. Human reinforcements are en route. Get to the beacon now.
Just like in the movie. Yeah, the movie. Though I should add a bit more time because I made it to blackout by the skin of my teeth. Yeah, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right as it hit 1, I made it.
You'll have to destroy them to make your escape. Leave none alive.
Was that a car I saw near one of the buildings? Yeah, you can find like broken down cars, and you're able to throw them. They're objects in the map. That's not the Easter egg. No, again, those are throwable, broken down cars, is what they are. You know. So yeah, there are cars in the village. You know, you can't pick them up. You can pick them up. You can throw them. Um, they're broken down cars. That's not the Easter egg, though. Bionicle music is back. Yes, it is.
The reinforcements have arrived. Destroy them
Let's
so
hear
you can
that
make your
sweet, sweet Bionicle music. Hey, there we go. I feel like this track fits this chapter so much better than the default one that was originally used. Dude, this music is amazing. This is just throwing me back. So just by listening to it. Dwayne the Cow Johnson. Alright, you gotta send me this. Lucas, Elite Max, you gotta send me this. Don't worry that we're build the desert village after an hour. I don't know. Alright, all I know is that I'm playing as giant robots that turn into vehicles. So. And that's the chapter.
blackout. There was no concrete evidence in the data you retrieved.
And that's the chapter. I mean, the level. That is the Qatar level. The data acquired from the humans have proved useless. Barricade is following up another lead. Let us hope he has more luck. Completely forgot that was still on. So, yeah, what did you guys think of that? Well, what do you guys think of the first Decepticon level? Hmm? Did you guys like it? Did you not? Did I help answer some questions about it? Um, what are your guys' thoughts? Uh, you guys liked it? Good. Hopefully, it wasn't as confusing as Inside Hoover Dam was with Barricade showing up in there. Liked it. Those Scorponok's mission. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I guarantee there's gonna be people complaining about that Scorponok level or chapter. Uh, but yeah, is there you guys got any questions for me about this level or the mod or? I liked it, except Scorponok's mission. That one will be a pain. Yeah, I can see it already. Oh no, it's too hard and blah blah blah. And how could you have done this? And more blah blah blah. I can see it now. Why yes, Phil, it'll certainly be a pain for Barricade 24. It's gonna be a pain for everyone, not just him. I didn't intentionally make it hard, alright? Nope, no questions for me. Alrighty. Uh, does it... Looks like we don't have any questions. Question, what chapter will be worked on after this? Barricade Tranquility. That is next in line. Um, actually, I have a question. I have two questions for you guys. And, they both had to do with Autobot drones. So, what's it called? So the first question is, uh, do you guys want to see Autobot drones in the hub after you have completed all 4 chapters? So once you complete the 4 chapters in Qatar, do you guys want to see there be Autobot drones in the hub? This is for Qatar. This one you can either respond with like a yes or a no. Alright, I got a yes from Elite Max. Why, yes, there could be, that could be a neat feature. Alright. Um, okay. So I'll add drones for, the level complete of Qatar. Alright, so, second question. Um, Barricade Tranquility. Um, I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing, yes, for there being Autobot drones. The reason why I ask this is because in continuity, Bumblebee's the only one on Earth when that level happens, or at least the beginning part. Like halfway through chapter 2 is when the Autobots arrive. And you don't see any Autobot drones in in any of the Autobot levels. So that's why I'm asking, because this is the part where continuity starts getting a bit tricky, right? Because Bumblebee's the only Autobot on Earth, but then you're playing Barricade Tranquility, and there's Autobot drones along with Bumblebee, and so it doesn't exactly make a whole lot of sense. Sorry, didn't hear that clearly. Basically, the question is, should I add Autobot drones in the Decepticon campaign, even though they don't show up in the Autobot campaign? Because they both follow the same story. It is basically what I'm asking. I'm asking, should there be Autobot drones even though they don't show up on the Autobot side? Because you need something to fight, it can't just be, it can't just be, what's it called? You fight Bumblebee all 4 chapters, you gotta have something to fight. But, if I want to keep in continuity with the Autobot side, they, they can't exactly be on Earth. They could have landed as Barricade was on his way to. I suppose, but then, they don't show up on the Autobot side. Because they are following the same story, the same continuity. Just from different perspectives. So that's why I'm asking. I'll probably end up adding the drones, because you gotta have something to fight, but I just thought I'd ask, because, the drone, that's like the main problem I'm having with continuity, like trying to keep continuity for both sides, is that, what's it called, drones. Like, yeah, there can be drones on the Autobot side at the beginning, but because, you know, they show up. The problem is with the Autobot drones, right? And it's like, Bumblebee's the only one on Earth until, the ending of the first Autobot level, which also happens like during the second chapter of Barricade Tranquility. So I suppose like during chapter 2 I could. I just thought I'd ask, because that's something I want to do. I want to keep the story consistent on both sides. maybe midway through the level, that's when the Autobots start to show up. Yeah, you can fight Bumblebee in the first chapter, depending on what I do. And, go, during the second chapter, which takes place at the same time as chapters 3 and 4 of Demo Tranquility. Have Autobot drones start to show up. So yeah, I think I can make it work. Thank you guys for the honesty on that. Actually, speaking of which, I have another question for you. I'll ask one more question for you guys, well, this is kind of like a two-parter question. And then I'll end the stream. So, what is the first question is, do you like what you're seeing so far with the mod? Because I personally have been enjoying working on it and seeing you guys' reaction. I think you guys all are liking it. That's a good part, yes. Yeah. If there's no throwing drones in Reimagine, how is one supposed to get the drones into the hole in Cybertron Decepticon? I don't know. You don't have to. I'm not going with a 2.0 thing where it's a gauntlet and you fight every single enemy type and stuff. I'm not doing that. Yeah, because I have to do voice chat again. Yeah, we should do a voice chat at some point. VC on the Discord. I guess I'll ask the second question now, though. Of what is there anything you guys don't like about the mod, or like stuff that you guys notice and like, oh, you know is there anything you guys don't like or want changed or something? It'll be certainly something, certainly something different than Waves anyway. Yeah, it will. But yeah, the question is there anything you guys do not like or think should be changed about the mod? No problems, just a few fixes here and there, but no problems. All right. Because I'm just asking because the feedback really helps, and if there's something that you guys don't like or whatever that I can change, or something that needs changing, I'll try and see what I can do with it. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for all you guys, really. I'm doing it for the fans. showing people that there's more to, you know, there's a whole lot more to this game um, than you guys think. You know, there's a lot more possibilities and stuff. You know, and to try and encourage new people, you know, to come in and mod as well. I sent that video to you. Where is it? Because I'm not seeing it. Is it possible to set arrival to Earth at nighttime? That will be an part of the extras. You will be able to set that level to night. So yeah, don't worry about all that going on. Well, will you be able to? Yes, you will be able to. It will be part of the extra options. Um, on this, yeah, I just saw it now. I'm seeing. I'll take a look at it after I'm done streaming. Is there any more questions? Uh, about the mod so far, not about like what's gonna happen in the future. Um, no, you guys will have to stay tuned for that. You know, keep your eye out on like progress and stuff on the Discord server. But yeah, is there any other questions that you guys want answered? Because if not, I will end the stream here. Shit, I'm running out of things to give feedback about. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. If you want, you can continue with the feedback on Discord because it is past 10 o'clock. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Um. So. Yeah. Nope. No questions. Cool. Alrighty then. If that's the case, I'll end the I'll end the stream here, and if you guys wanna continue talking and stuff, I will be on Discord, so feel free to message me on there. Um, you know, there's oh shoot, I almost forgot to do the shout outs. Um, shoot. All right, we'll do 2 shout outs. All right, there's two. First shout out goes to hold on. First shout out goes to Transformers the Game All Spark Wars. This is the mod I'm collaborating with TF Hunt Productions. There is one video on there right now. There will be more soon. Yeah, I will. This is the channel for Allspark Wars, specifically for Allspark Wars. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There will be more videos and updates soon. And the second shout out, because obviously we gotta shout out some of our up and coming modders, some of our newer modders, some of the not so well known modders, and our this week, or I should say this stream, our shout out is going to Giga Prime, who is in the chat right now, actually. So shout out to him. He has begun modding. He has 3 videos up on his channel right now. He has the Force Battle. He has Brawl versus the Autobots, Part 1 and Part 2. He just started out, so with modding. So go ahead, subscribe to him. Um, check out his content. He's up and coming, but as with all of the people I've shouted out, such as Whirl and Max and Bumblebee G1, I see great things happening. So yeah, shouts out to All Spark Wars and Giga Prime. And that is our those are our shout outs for this stream. But yeah, now that we got everything taken care of, I almost forgot to do shout outs there. With that being said, if you guys want to continue this conversation, I'll be on the Discord server. Other than that, with that being said, again, shouts out to Giga Prime and All Spark Wars. You know, come join the Discord server. We have a Discord server and a Twitter. Links are in the description. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.